Life interrupts her. She writes then in her journal of profound thoughts, "So that's what it's like. All of a sudden, all possibility just vanishes. A life full of projects, discussions just started, desires not even fulfilled. It all vanishes in a second, and there's nothing left, no going back." Paloma goes on, "For the first time in my life, I understood the meaning of the word never, and it's really awful. You say the word 100 times a day, but you don't really know what you're saying until you're faced with a real never again. But when someone you love dies, well, I can tell you," Paloma writes, "that you really feel what it means, and it really, really hurts." And then in the middle of her grief, something else happens. She hears music, a neighbor playing the piano, drifting out into the evening air. She listens for a moment, and then she concludes, maybe that's what life is about. There's a lot of despair, but also the odd moment of beauty, where time is no longer the same. It's as if those strains of music created a sort of interlude in time, something suspended, an elsewhere that had come to us, and always within never. Yes, that is it, and always within never. Anne Howard goes on to say that always within never is about as good a description of Easter as any she had heard. In the Easter stories we've read over these weeks of the Easter season, that is a recurring theme. A voice in the garden on the morning of the third day, a breakfast of grilled fish on the beach, a greeting of peace that cuts through closed doors and broken hearts in an upper room, broken bread at an Emmaus supper, an appearance to the Apostle Paul on the Damascus road, and elsewhere comes a moment of always within never. When Peter and the other disciples have lost hope and gone back to Galilee, gone fishing, the risen Christ comes with a call. "If you love me, feed my sheep, tend my lambs." And they do. They go out to engage the world, to spread a message, to feed the hungry, and tend Christ's flock. Jesus' words, those words spoken in the upper room on their last evening together, "Do not let your hearts be troubled," came to echo in the life of the early church communities and have echoed through all the generations since. Peace whispers through the room. Peace I leave with you. My own peace I give to you. Anne Howard writes, John told all these stories because his community needed them. The little band of Christians were just like Jesus, already being killed by the empire. Their hearts were troubled, and they were very much afraid. So John offers them his imaginings. He paints for them a picture of Jesus at supper with his friends, so that they might picture the very first disciples huddled in a room, hidden from the authorities, just as they too gathered in secret, listening for the clank of Roman armor. In John's telling of it, Jesus doesn't say that things will get better. He doesn't tell them about any silver linings in the clouds. He doesn't offer them religion of any kind. He offers them something else. He offers them something that the temple and the empire can't. He very simply offers his presence, a new kind of presence, and he calls it home. Love each other. Try it. When you turn toward your neighbor, you will turn toward me, Jesus says. When you open your hand and your heart, you will touch me. I will make my home with you. When you stop to notice, you will know me. I am with you when you hear your name and claim it as your own. I am with you as I was with Peter when your net is full. But even before that, I am with you in the dark before the dawn, when your net is empty and your strength is gone. I am with you when you invite the stranger to supper. I am with you as I was at Emmaus, and I would say as Jesus is with us this day, whenever the bread is broken and the wine is poured. Thanks be